Previously, in the world of Galamora.
The final dwarf, who you recognize as the one you captured, he seems to be a few feet further down the hill, and he seems to be minding his own business as he's looking down at the town.
Is there a way for me to tell what they're digging, or if they're just digging random shit?
Oh, you can absolutely tell what they're digging.
Okay.
They're using a tool that's kind of looks like a shovel, but if two shovels are taped together, and they're stabbing it down into the ground. And then one of them's doing that, and after a few of those, the other's putting a cylinder, which you recognize as those explosives from before. He's sticking it down into the dirt. He's tying something on the top of it.
Oh, so there was more than one of them. Okay. Is this dwarf the fucking guy that was standing in the middle of the square going, "There's a bad thing coming"? Is this him?
In this moment, you make the connection that you remembered as a child. There was somebody in your town on the day before or the morning before the events of that night who was trying to tell everybody to just get out of town. There's danger coming. And you make the connection, since he just said that, he was the one trying to tell everybody to just leave town for a bit.
Oh my god!
He destroyed it. He caused that landslide with those blowing up things. And just quietly ask, do you have a favorite animal?
Owls?
Then they're gonna cast Lock of Familiars and summon 5 small, magical, fluffy, cute owls.
And they kind of ease up, and one of them calls over and goes, "Oh, Moon, is that you there?"
"Hey, what's up?"
And he struts over, and as he gets closer, you can kind of see this person looks sort of like a human, but he's half transformed with some draconic features. He's got a lot of scales across him. He's got a hunch. His legs are kind of off looking. He's symmetrical though, which is a little odd, but he's very clearly transformed from something else. I had to go help retrieve something. A lot of emotions later. We ended up running for our lives from the goddess of war. There's also this giant water elemental that was chasing us, so I had to block that thing off. It took a lot of my spell slots and energy. So I was able to block off the water elemental, but then the goddess of war nearly killed me, as I kind of thought they probably would. But I survived. Luckily. Because of everyone here, actually. A little in-universe recap for any new viewers at this point in time. Why you watch in session 20 if you haven't watched literally all of them. You're gonna be so lost.
You're going to kill yourself.
Mage and it back to Brock, but I mage and it in a zigzag formation because I'm woozy.
Ooh. You mage hand it back to him in a zigzag.
Mage hand looks like it's crippled.
And Brock will just take a swig of it himself.
You point to the tattoo on your arm? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, that egg is gonna make an incredible omelet. The kind that Brock usually likes.
Do I do something with it?
We play hopscotch, 5 deers away from this location. And Elric sticks up his thumb in a thumbs up position.
They will awkwardly thumbs up back.
Shanti is going to turn to Brock and go, "Give me some of that alcohol."
"I'm going to stabilize him now and make him an actual god.
If he dies, I am
All
so
right,
killing
Brock.
you."
This won't hurt."
Brock's just yeah. As you say that.
Just incredible.
And then,
She shoves her hand into his chest again and pour some energy into him.
Where? What happened? Where am I?
I think you just ate 2 gods.
Will we ever be able to start one of these streams without something fucky being said on the transition?
Never.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
Hello, chat. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Untold Realms session 21. Holy shit. Every session we have over the number of 20 blows my mind. I genuinely thought, like, we would have all fucked off by now. So I'm glad we haven't.
Yeah, it's wild.
My
The
name is Joe
campaign
Biden
grew
and
up
I'm
to
a
be
League of
adult.
Legends player.
I knew it! I
Oh,
knew it was
no.
gonna be one of those streams! I knew it! I fucking knew it! I
So
knew
anyway,
she was
instead
gonna
of
pull
D&D,
something out of her
we're going
ass.
to play League of Legends today.
Dios mío.
Funny enough, I think I've talked about this on stream before, but one of the best, or at least my IRL friend DM, when I played Mothership with him one time, he's said to this day that one of the best roleplay interactions he's had in any game he's played was when me and another player played a game of chess. Like, we made accounts right there to pretend that we were playing chess in the game world. And canonically, my character was terrible at chess because I'm terrible at chess.
Okay.
And I got smoked.
Now I want to play chess against you. Because I'm also terrible at chess, and I want to know who's more terrible.
The shittiest chess tournament
I
of
want
all
to play
time.
4-dimensional
The
chess.
You know what we
The
should do?
uncool realms.
Make sure we should go to a Ren fair, and we should play those giant chessboards that have like pieces that are 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Be funny as hell.
Yeah.
I love that my mother likes to text me that I wore my cardigan today, and I'm like, good job, Mom. I'm a little busy.
Good job.
Good job, Mom.
Mom, I'm busy trying to fight the fucking Eldritch man. Please leave me alone.
Mom, I'm busy trying to fuck a Wendigo.
Please,
Oh my
Mom,
God.
don't ruin my dreams.
Okay. Before we start, we've all leveled up.
Okay,
We're
I'm
all
back
at
from the
level 12.
shitters.
Oh my
What I
god.
miss?
We're live!
Oh, hey!
Oh
I'm
my
back
God.
from the shitters. Yeah, let's just... Anyway,
Oh my
we're
God.
live.
Yes.
Oh, thanks, Jet. Thank you. Okay,
Yes.
before we get into it, we're all level 12.
Yep.
Well,
All have increased health like we've always been doing with every time we level up.
Yeah, sure thing, Streaky. I definitely didn't have to remind you to roll to increase your health when you level up.
What are you talking about? I do all the time.
Motherfucker,
I'm
you
an
were at
ex-
50
I'm-
health
I'm
for
an-
like 4 sessions.
I'm an expert D&D player.
I was.
Like, call me
I had
Matthew
bigger health
Mercer.
than you. I'm the squishy.
Call me Matthew Mercer because I be in this bitch.
Oh my god. Okay. And with that, I'm gonna hand it over to Makeshift, and we're gonna start, the actual thing that we're doing. Dungeons and Dragons.
I thought we were playing chess.
Oh god damn it.
I'm
Okay.
totally not adding new spells as we go on.
Don't worry, I
Dungeons and
always
Dragon
secretly add
Daddies.
spells.
I mean, what?
What, Yasha?
Dungeons and Bad Dragons.
Dungeons
What?
and homosexuals.
Oh,
That's all just regular Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition right there.
I think
That's true.
regular Dungeons and Dragons.
We've done nothing, said nothing wrong here. We're just very correct.
how would you say something so controversial, yet so brave?
Yes.
Anyway, Makeshift, it's your turn. Wrangle in these children. It's time to party. Hachu.
So anyway, and we return to the world of Galamora. Most recently, what happened was you all just finished witnessing Brock absorb 2 whole gods at once, who are kind of stapled together down the center. And now it's time for you all to. Well, I'm just going to time skip out of the mountain because I have zero desire to narrate you all walking back out of the mountain as you came. And so, I will say, any place that you want to take periodic breaks between bottom of the mountain and returning to Vestia, tell me now so we can do so as you pass by those. Like, oh yeah, I want to stop by the guild real quick on our way out.
I'm still carrying the dude, right?
Yes, the dwarf.
Yeah, the dwarf that we committed all of the war crimes on.
Oh, you said
Yeah.
we.
Can I take him to like a medical ward of some kind and just drop him
The
off
Geneva
there?
Convention is
You
not
can
a thing in this
certainly
world.
Fucking try.
That's true. Do you
Who
mean a
said
medical
Shanti was
ward
gonna let
like
you?
Like a hospital of
in
some kind.
Diriona?
Yeah,
Because
or
there's-
something. Just like a place to like leave him. Or
There's
something.
one of those in Vestia, like in the Capitol building.
I see. Then I'll wait then.
Good,
Gotcha.
because she's not
Yeah.
letting
Sure.
you leave him in Diriona.
I was gonna say they aren't gonna let you leave him there. He is a prisoner now.
Okay, well, I'll just leave him in jail. I don't know. Fucking crimes.
So I assume you all have had enough of seeing the dwarves in Diriona.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I fucking have.
All right. And so the party all makes their way back to the city of Vestia the way that they came before. And as your cart's pulling up, with that dwarf still tied up, sitting on the floor, and you all exit out of the cart in front of the Capitol building in Vestia. You all have a chance to stretch your legs after a relatively long car ride and a pretty exhausting journey down to the bottom of the mountain. What do y'all do as you step out into the light of day?
I'm gonna let everyone else do their thing first before I take over.
Word.
You have something, Streaky? Otherwise, I'm gonna.
Oh no, my plan is just the hospital. I don't know, a hospital or prison for this dude. I don't know.
I have a
Prison,
plan for
probably.
him. I have a plan for him. Don't worry.
Okay. Everyone stay there singing, and then like, yeah.
I should probably start with Tyvar since they're one of the characters who's about to like peace out with Elric. So Tyvar, as everybody's stepping out of the cart, stretching their legs, and their journey is coming to an end here. What do you do?
Well, throughout the whole journey, they've just been sort of hunched over their little notebook and just scribbling furiously with this small stick of charcoal.
Mhm.
And they first of all sort of tap up to Elric and just ask like, so this is where we part?
Well, in a
I mean,
minute.
the party.
I still have to take you back to the Feywild, but yes, essentially. As soon as you're ready, I'll be taking us there.
Okay. And they do look like a bit sad. Then I will. Would you allow me just a minute? I need to give everybody just a small thing.
Take your time. I'm in no rush.
And they are going to go up to Zendel first. And let me copy this. Shit. Where is it?
No, you approach Zendel?
Yes. They approach Zendel
Alright.
and just...
Zendel did totally not space out in his mind palace trying to configure his 6th level spell. Yes, hello.
Hi, I have a thing for you. I mean, it's...
What is it?
I'm trying to figure out how to copy this message. Hold on just a second. I'm sorry.
Zendel reverts back to his mind palace.
Zendel enters waiting mode once again.
Move Earth, 6th level spell, thank you. Okay, so move Earth. While I wait.
I swear, this is just not complying. I'm so sorry.
What do you have it on?
I have it on Discord, like it... Oh, wait.
Did you write it in Discord, or did you write it in like a document?
I have it in Discord, like I have both. I wrote it in Discord, but like the message just won't.
Oh, it's being a buttface?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Message here. Control C. Message here. Control V. Why is it not working? What the fuck? I'm so sorry.
In the background, you see Elric.
Discord if you have to, don't worry.
He's taking a few bites out of an apple as he just like watches like a real crunchy apple slowly.
The director has him eat an apple, so he looks like even more of an asshole. Ding.
Confirmations in my mind are an enigma.
All right, Sherlock, calm
There
down.
we go. Alright. This one. And
Oh, this is Patrick.
this one. Aha! And they give you just 2 pieces of paper, one a drawing, and one and a very childish handwriting note thing. And they then just quickly back away and it's like, I'm just going to go to the next person.
Before you do
And
that,
awkwardly back away.
before you do that, Jet, would you mind reading out for the group what Tyvar gave you?
Hi, Zendel. You are a very cool dude. I really like your mushrooms. They are also very cool. If I return to my world and have the opportunity, maybe I can get a shroom or 2 from there.
Oof.
Okay. I remember some of you might like, if you like that shiny moss we stumbled upon. I think you would fit in well in the Feywild if you're ever interested. I could show you around if it hasn't changed too much in the past many years. I don't know what it is, but being around you makes me feel at ease. I hope it's not the shrooms or the spores or whatever's going in your lungs, but maybe it's the way you seem to be in touch with nature. Oh, I'm in touch for sure. I'm in one, quite literally, one with nature. It's beautiful. You're cool. You're cool. That's what I want. I just wanted you to know that. It's been a pleasure knowing you. I hope maybe we'll meet again someday. You make it sound like you're filler. But if not, I wish you all the best of luck. May fate look upon you kindly. And I get a cool drawings of mushrooms. And I'm like, yeah, that's art. That's really cool art. I can almost smell it. Anyway.
You can smell the leather.
I can smell... You know that old paper smell? I hope I get that one day because I want that smell.
It does smell really good.
It is that smell.
Paper
Isn't it called
like a bit?
Isn't it called like
dirty and
Libracor or
mossy.
something? The smell of books.
Hmm?
Isn't it called like Libracor or something?
I'm curious.
I don't
Let me
Google it.
Google this real quick.
Hey, Theory.
I want to call it Buchracor, but that's not what it is because it's
I
Latin.
keep the art, the drawing.
I'm a
'Cause-
nerd, but not that much.
Because petrichor is the smell of the ground after rain. There's something.
Is that what it's called?
It's like Libracor or
I
something.
fucking love that smell so much.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It
fucking
is.
better than drawings.
It's
Why is-
called Bibliosmia. Bibliosmia.
Okay, yeah. Biblio. Why did I blank on Biblio?
Oh, it's like the Spanish word for
It's
library,
the Bibble.
biblioteca.
But it's also the
Yes.
German word for library. Bibliothek.
Yes, I can confirm that is the Spanish word. For
Okay, who's next?
biblioteca.
Awesome.
Anyway,
Huh?
Essin.
Wow.
Anyway, now that we have the holy Bible of smells.
The Bibble.
They walk up to you next and just also sort of get out 2 pages, one an image and one a bit of text, and then just sort of hold it out and say, "This is for you. You're cool." Before anything else, just run away again.
So,
All right, Asm, read the note.
yeah. Asim just like grabs the paper, just like gives like a small smile as you run away, just like does a little chuckle, like. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm a terrible reader, so apologies for this. Asim, I really don't know what to write, but I think you're really cool. And even though you're like a mysterious lone warrior, I also think you fit well into this group. And also, you're not as dark as I think you might think of yourself. You held me back when I went to touch bad things, and you were kinder than most about it. I feel like, maybe in some ways, you are similar to me, I think, perhaps. I feel like you also have a tendency to protect those fiercely who are kind to you or those who you consider friends. I find that kind of drive to be something to strive for. Those who are at your back in your protection must be incredibly lucky. Thank you for looking out for me. You are very kind and just a great person. And then just like the cool drug as him in like a hood. I like
Yeet.
it.
I am
Nice.
displaying the images
Yeah.
for those. If you're listening and not watching, you're missing out on some really good art.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like it. It makes me happy.
And then they are sort of a bit more hesitant when walking towards Brock, just not really sure if he's actually okay. Because, like, you know, the whole two gods being inside him now thing. Yeah.
Rock will kind of look up on you and like, oh, you have something for me?
I do. And I take out two papers again and just hand them over. And I hope you like them. And then also walks away very quickly.
You bet your ass I'm going to be coming after you.
Nope.
Oh no.
Hot.
Hold
Read the
Yeah.
note.
on, hold on.
It's a bit longer. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Brock, I hope you are doing alright with everything that went down. I've never had this much to do with gods and, well, not quite gods, but I can't imagine having two gods be pushed or planted into you. That being very pleasant. Even with how strong you are, I find it simply incredible how gentle you are as well. I'm not going to pretend to know what's right and what's wrong in that situation with the other dwarf, but I believe you always intended the best for Shanti, your family. I'm happy that there are people who care so much about others. I've met some that didn't. They aren't the norm, but it's always nice to see the good in people. Your hands are probably used to violence, but I think they are much more worthy of kindness and gentle touch. Please never lose that side. Please never lose that side. It is the world. I would be so sad to see it gone. But I know I don't have much to say in anything. I also know being violent is easy, but I fear what it might do to me, so I don't. I've changed so much already, I fear my parents might not recognize me at all. I'm rambling, I apologize. Stay safe, Brock. I wish you the best.
Oh, that was one of the sweetest fucking things I've ever heard.
Oh my goddamn tearing up from this. Goddamn it.
Oh,
That was so
Beware,
cute.
Shanti. It's gonna get worse.
Oh god.
Goddamn,
Oh,
you
no.
kidding? You gotta give me emotions.
And they're gonna go sort of very awkwardly and not really knowing what they're doing up to Loon with just one paper and just holding it out and just, I don't really know what you like, so I only have a note for you. I'm sorry. But you're all right. And they hold the note out.
Doing she's going to pat their head.
They just sort of slink slightly under the touch and give the note and then slink away again.
Mars.
shit.
Oops, sorry.
Sorry, no, shall I send it to someone else to read out, or
It might be easier on Mars. Mars, do you want
I
to
will
read it
send
out?
it to Makeshift.
Okay, Makeshift will read it.
Word. Click right here. Right there. Let me put this to the side. The note reads, Loon, I don't quite know what to think of you, but with everything revealed now, I think I understand where you're coming from. Even if I don't think the way you did, it is maybe the best. I hope your travels are kind and that you find your sister in time. Missing family can be hard. Maybe we'll meet again. End of the note.
No.
Then the Elric's next.
Oh,
Let me just try and copy it. There we go. And where is it? This one. All right, this one's a long boy. So,
Ooh.
oh yeah, they walk up to him, and I'm not quite ready yet, but this is for you, and they hand 2 notes over.
Elric kind of finishes that bite of an apple. And he's like, "Oh, I'm like, oh, I just ripped my pencil." That jams it back in his pocket. Crap. Thank you. And he's like looking over the note. I'm not sure what to say.
They're gone. They don't want to be part of the repercussions of their actions.
They just waddle away.
Yeah.
You refuse to experience the consequences of your actions.
The consequences
Wow.
of emotions.
I really like that art. And here's how it reads. Elric looks over the note and reads in his head. Lord Elric, I fear anything I have to give you is nothing compared to the things you already have, but perhaps you might enjoy a bit of a drabble. I have always admired your strength, even if I have only seen you a few times in person. You always seemed in perfect control, and you said your curse had completely taken up part of your soul, and I don't know anything about how curses work, but I cannot imagine it is an easy task to control that. Yeah. True. I imagine it takes a lot of strength. Did you know that the typical depiction for strength in the Major Arcanum is a woman calmly holding the jaws of a fully grown lion? The lion, stronger and far more ferocious, perhaps feral, seems to bend under her gentle touch. Compliant. It reminded me of your strength. The lion is a sign of courage, passion, desire. All emotions attributed to people, but only in the right measures. Perhaps your curse is like that as well. Theoretically, it is good. It protects nature, but it is dangerous. Too much, too unbound. But you manage to control it. I think you hold incredible strength. Not with your magic and not with your muscles, but with your kindness. I found out today that you are also just a person with desires and faults and maybe a bit awkward at times. Thanks. But I think it is a sign of your strength. That part of you has survived up until now. Maybe to be strong, you have to be kind to yourself. I thank you sincerely for everything. If you are ever in need of something I can give you, do not hesitate to reach out. I will do my best. Damn.
Damn bitch, who brought onions into my apartment? I love that you brought up the Major Arcana, holy fuck.
I didn't
really
know what
good.
to draw for Elric in the beginning, but yeah. And then comes Shanti.
I'm
Oh,
frightened.
boy.
I'm frightened.
If
And
if the letter doesn't say war cards, I'm gonna be mad.
They seem very nervous when walking up to you and just sort of fiddling a bit, and then just sort of holds out the note. You were really, really kind to me. Thank you. Hands it over and is gone.
Shanti, turns to face Tyvar, and, before she can even say anything, you know you're talking to her, and she's like, oh, all right. And she just takes the note and the drawing, and she kind of looks it over for a second before turning to the note, which, do I have that? I do not. There it is. Okay.
You have it now.
I have it now.
And time has gone already.
I really hope I don't cry. Okay, here we go.
I'm sorry.
Cry, bitch.
Cry
I'm
bitch.
so sorry.
Okay,
Join a puddle party.
let's see. Shanti, I hope you will be doing all right in the future. That day, really, it didn't seem good. But the owls seemed to help a bit. They reminded me of something. I once thought owls were only meant to symbolize wisdom or internal growth, but I've heard people say that they are a sign of protection and good fortune. Others that they represent desolation, others yet that they are the manifestation of a god, but I forgot the name. But I've also heard someone say that owls are the spirits of our elders, ancestors, or eternal teachers, and I must say, I'm not practiced at dealing with loss or grief, but I think having those who you've lost be there, even if they might not actually be, it might be a nice thought. Okay, I haven't lost my close family yet, so I don't know what you're going through, but I hope it doesn't hurt too much. Maybe taking revenge helps a bit. Okay. I am sorry for what you have lost. If you ever hurt too much, never hesitate to reach out for someone to help. Even the sun has the moon to watch over the night for it. Even the moon has the stars at its back to brighten up the darkness. Be safe. Oh god, okay. By the way, you're really pretty. I wanted to say that, but everything was very emotional, and I didn't think it was fitting, but you are. I think some fae might even get jealous of your beauty. Your hair reminds me of a river in moonlight. Sorry if that sounds weird. I'm sorry. This is probably more awkward than if I had said it. Just, your aesthetic is nice. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Wow.
god. I didn't expect to actually get teary.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
No, it's really good.
Damn.
Shanti would like to look around for Tyvar, like where they went.
They are trying to avoid everyone. Just no.
Where are you? Like, because, bitch, I'm coming for you. In a good way. But I'm coming for you.
Did you walk back over to Elric?
Yeah, sort of in his vicinity, but like standing by a bush and pretending to inspect it to just not have to do with anyone.
You do that?
Shanti is going to walk over to Tyvar and gently tap them on the shoulder.
They sort of turn around and see Shanti and just shrink slightly, like not really knowing what to do, and just hi.
Shanti gently takes Tyvar's hands in hers, and she looks at Tyvar and says, I say this, knowing all the ramifications it would mean to a child of the Feywild. Thank you. If you have need of me, and she kind of looks at Elric and then looks back at Tyvar, it's pretty easy to find me. And then she takes Tyvar's hands and gently presses them to her forehead in a show of respect, and then she lets go and walks back towards the carriage.
They just stand there, just sort of. That happened. Okay. That was a good thing. That was a good thing. Just quietly rambling to themselves. Just that. Okay. Okay.
And Shanti is also going
Smiling
to
a bit.
take the drawing of the owl and she's going to tuck it into her spellbook and keep it there.
You do that.
Brock
And
will try and approach Tyvar now. Unless you have something like shift.
oh no, I was just being like, oh, is anybody else
Okay.
here something?
Brock will also walk up to
That
Tyvar.
one.
They turn
Yes,
to
Mars.
Brock and
Kara is like, oh, I guess I get nothing.
You weren't
yeah?
there half the time! You weren't there! You didn't do anything!
if Kara wants something, like if
She brought the gift of Subaru.
does
Oh my
Kara
God.
want something? Does she say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Um,
seeing Brock, they take like a half step back, bracing themselves a bit, but then like step forward again and wave a tiny bit.
Brock will kind of approach Tyvar and just say, "Hey, you still have the crystal from down the caves, right?"
Oh, I do. And they literally reach inside of their arm and pull out the crystal.
And Brock will pull out the little hammer again, the transforming hammer, and just say, "I'll trade you."
They get very excited, like almost vibrating,
Aww.
and immediately hold out the rock. That hammer is really, really cool. Did you do that yourself? How does it expand? Is it do you do that magic?
It was one of the first things I made after a certain someone taught me how to infuse magic into items. The start of my artificer career, if you might say so.
That is really, really cool. Thank you very much. And they bow a bit and take the hammer and store it in their tattoo.
He will take the crystal and then squeeze your hand once and then walk back to the carriage.
They just
Not as a
slightly.
handshake, but just as a respectful. Yeah.
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 Ye.
We're all gonna have a go at Tyvar.
Oh no.
We're gonna run a train on Tyvar.
No.
Oh
Oh,
god!
I mean,
Please don't run a train on the baby.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like we're all just gonna do nice things. Can I approach Tyvar now?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I approach Tyvar, and as I do, I like slowly take out one of my darts, which I'm assuming it's metal, and makeshift with like the powers I have to like shape things. Can I shape the dagger? Not the dagger, the metal dart into like a mini like polished steel flower, like almost like a small ornament.
Sure. That sounds cool.
Yeah. So like I pull out a dagger and kneel in front of Tyvar, clapping my hands on it, and then he's using my key energy. Like you see like a glow emanating from my hands. And then once the glow stops and I reveal it, it's like a small like very polished, shiny, like orchid flower. And I like hand it towards Tyvar.
They take it very, very gently and look at Asum with just straight up awe in their eyes, and that this is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, just kind of awkwardly bow their head a bit and clutch it to their chest.
Asum just does a little chuckle and just like, I heard you like shinies, so I give you this in return. This one you can't touch. And yeah. And I'm gonna remove one dart from my inventory.
It is so adorable. My heart.
We had a session of angst the last time, and now we're having a like wholesome and crying moment.
For now.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Don't speak too soon.
Yeah. Like,
Too
for
soon.
now.
For now. Let's just have like a little like little palate cleanser from last time, okay?
Yeah. Little nice things, and there's things coming on later, but nice things. Yeah.
But yeah, Asum just like gets up from his knees, pats Tyvar in the head, and it's like, yeah.
They grin at him very, very brightly. Just quietly say, "Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot."
Yeah.
And then quietly tap a bit closer to Elric and then like, if you want to go, there is so much feelings here. Please, let's go.
I got 2 things to do before you go.
Oh,
Whose
no.
turn is it?
Oh, 1 second. I think. Do I not have my AI filtering on this? Tell me if my microphone gets
Okay.
beamed after a second.
Do we
Okay.
do we roll for initiative to who talks next?
Still good?
Just go whoever wants to go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anyone else?
I'm
Mary?
going last, so
All right,
Yeah.
fair. Mine will be quick and simple. All right. I walk closer. I extend my hand, open my palm. I use Druidic, or whatever it was, to like grow a mushroom on my hand. And it's the glowing type.
Ooh.
I prick it off me. Oh god, that sounds weird, but like I prick it off me.
it will.
Here. Something to remember me by. And I give it her. It's the glowing mushroom. Something to keep you entertained at night. Don't eat it, but yeah. Here. I hand it. I hand it.
Eat it.
Oh god, that does not sound good.
Don't eat
They
it.
take it.
He's
And
It's
pulling his
quite pretty
cock
at night, but don't eat it.
It will.
Trust me.
They look
A bit
in
of
between the
hell.
mushroom and then Zendel, and then mushroom and the Zendel. And stuff. And then, like, what would happen if I eat it?
Oh, you'll be seeing all kinds of colors.
But isn't that good?
Well, you're gonna lose the glowing mushroom.
Oh, that's
Perhaps you could. You'll lose
Thank
it,
you very
but you know. Yeah.
I will try my best. I will try to cultivate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. It means a lot.
Glows and sparkles in the night. Have fun with it.
Shinies. Yes.
Thank
All the shinies.
All right. All right. Who's next? Roll initiative is dexterity to. Who's up? Who's next?
I think it's
fucking papers, please. Next.
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 If I think that's everyone
Approved.
responding to Tyvar. So if y'all have anything y'all want to do that doesn't relate to the paper stuff, do it now.
Before I want to leave, yeah.
Yeah.
I have something with Shanti in fucking back when we were at town, but nothing here.
I mean, we're in Vestia. We're kind of like right outside the...
Yeah,
Capital.
but in a more private setting.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I wanted that too. So
Yes.
we'll definitely
Make sure.
do that. Azim, do you got anything you want to do that doesn't relate to Tyvar?
Well, my only objective now is just to get the dude that we have to, like, I don't know, a hospital or prison or whatever, just some form of authority.
Okay. Okay.
Gotcha.
Tyvar,
Don't worry.
you know
Basically,
that-
anywhere away from you.
All right.
Don't worry. I have a
We'll see
plan for
about
that.
that.
It's fine.
Okay.
About that.
Zendel, you were
So
saying?
Oh, that mushroom. Tyvar doesn't know that thing plays a MIDI of a Snoop Dogg song. So like, like
Just
at
late
random
at
night,
night,
you'll go-
when Tyvar's sleeping, you just start to hear Snoop right from the fucking satchel.
Yes.
You see the mushroom form arms and it's doing the dance. So it's
It's the motherfucking dude.
Dude.
Okay, so are we good?
Oh my God.
Can I do my
Okay.
things yet?
And
Go
so, yeah.
Okay.
Shanti approaches Elric, I presume.
Nope. Shanti's actually going to approach Loon first.
Bird.
Quick question. Streaky, how are you holding the dwarf?
I don't know. If we're like just chilling, sitting around, he's just like he's still tied up, obviously, but he's just like next to me.
Cool. Shanti is going to walk by you, and as she does, she's going to grab the rope and drag him behind her as she approaches Loon.
Hmm.
Do you do anything in response? Because if not, I'm gonna keep going.
I like grab the rope and look at her and just say, he's had enough.
She turns and looks at him and just goes, while we may disagree, I'm not doing anything to him. I don't think it's really my place to decide his fate. And she turns and looks at Loon.
Mm.
Oh yeah, he's going to eternal prison.
What?
Huh?
What?
Shanti just looks at Loon a little confused.
We all just did a Pikachu, surprise Pikachu face at it.
I'm sending him to a prison that he can never leave nor see the light of day.
See? I wasn't going to torture him. Again.
You already did.
Shanti just looks at him for a moment, cocks an eyebrow, makes like a slightly offended noise, and continues to walk away, holding the dwarf.
I guess Awesome just follows you to make sure you actually don't do anything more to the dwarf.
That's fair.
It's like, just lets out a rope with like a side, like, and just like follows.
That's fair. Shanti will walk up to Loon and basically hold her hand out, offering Loon the rope.
She's going to take the rope.
You do that.
I'm not saying anything until... Are you good, Mars? Like, I don't want to interrupt you.
I am good.
Okay. Shanti looks at her for a little bit and just goes, I'm sorry that I did not believe you at first. In fact, it's still hard to believe you now. I'd like to ask you some questions if we weren't being so closely monitored. And she kind of turns and looks over her shoulder at Azim.
Awesome, just like aimlessly looking around like at nature, just like whistling. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you say anything, Mars?
If you're talking about a song, he's not much an issue I can just.
You can just...
Want me to do something about him?
Don't hurt him. I just want to have a private conversation. No pain, no
I'm
gain.
not going to hurt him.
Then by all means. I'm gonna drink some water.
I swear to God, if you teleport me to the Shadow Realms.
Welcome to the cum zone, motherfucker!
I don't know if that went through.
It did not.
No.
Yeah, didn't hear what he said.
Oh,
Jeez.
the fucking seal scream?
Salvador.
I had to ask, what was that?
That was Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stopping Time.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
So is she stopping time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The way your thing said that was really funny. Shanti's a little impressed. I'm assuming that, like, basically everyone else around us has just paused.
They are all frozen.
Cool.
Except for the
Shanti turns
mushroom.
back to Loon and looks at her and is just... That's impressive. And frightening. These things that you say we are, we're not exactly gods?
Gods are considered below you. I made a lot of the gods.
You made gods. Okay. Then what are we? God, fucking cars.
What we are is kind of confusing. We're basically the extension of the outer gods.
So, like the outer god's right-hand men?
More like their children in a sense.
Okay. But, okay, soul children? Because I'm pretty sure you and I are not blood related. You being a changeling and all.
Not related by blood, more like by the soul.
Okay, that's what I thought. Then, okay, if we're not gods and we're not outer gods, what do we call ourselves then?
Disney's denizens.
Denizens. Haven't heard that word in a long time. You called Elric cousin too. Does that mean he's also a denizen?
Yes.
Okay. That... Alright, I'll have to figure some things out then. She kind of steps back and looks at the dwarf and just goes, "Make him suffer. You can unpause time now."
She unpauses time. I don't have a fun sound effect for that.
Sad.
But I do have.
Gig, gig. Gig. I do love the seal sounds. Okay. Shanti will then turn, look at Azim, put her hands up in like a surrendering position, and then walk towards Elric.
You do that.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Send him to the cum zone. Send him to the cum zone. Do it, Bars. Do it. Do it.
I've had to live with what you've done to not only me, but to everyone for basically forever now. So, I'm going to make you have to suffer the same exact fate as I have.
You hear the dwarf. He like glances up at you, this very hollow look on his face. And he just grumbles out, "Let's just get this over with."
Goodbye.
Bye. Yeet.
Yeet.
He has been needed.
He got
You see
Can we like
Loon
through a portal?
You see Loon open up a portal to what most of you recognize as the parabola, and just toss him in and close it behind her.
Fucking deserves it.
Like Simba throw him like
I gotta know.
Burn my house to the ground! My family's dead! What do I do?
Oh my
Fucking sound.
I have to ask, Asm, do you do anything?
I mean, at this point, knowing that how powerful you two are in terms of magic, I'm just like, well, there's really no point.
Like, god damn it, I tried.
I tried.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna make the moral conundrum of yeah. Yeah.
Alright. If no one else does anything, I'm gonna walk over to Elric.
You do that. What do you say to him as you walk up to him?
Give me a second. Can I help you? You know I'm working
Just a
right
baby.
now.
A canine approaches. Roll for initiative.
God damn it! What do you need?
You enter combat.
Okay, you're just gonna. Okay, well, I appreciate you
piss.
digging your claws into my leg.
Whirled in
Thanks.
that 20.
Nice.
Roll to piss on
Canine
carpet.
approach.
Greta rolled in that 20.
Rolls to piss on
It uses
carpet.
claws. It's very effective.
It is. It hurts. She fucking digs her claws into my leg, and I'm wearing shorts. Like, damn, bitch. Okay. She walks over to Elric. She kind of looks over her shoulder at Loon, and then just shakes her head and walks back to Elric and just goes, I think I prefer Kara to that one.
Yeah. I'll tell you how getting to know her goes. After all, I'm about to go introduce her to her now for the first time awake sister.
Makeshift? Makeshift?
Yes?
What mic is your Discord on right now?
It is on. I switched it to NVIDIA Broadcast. Is it whack?
It kind of sounds like you're speaking into a tin can. Just a little bit.
Back on the Yeti X.
Okay, perfect. You sound much better now.
It
I
was
can
all
actually
whack.
pick you up.
Okay.
Okay, could you repeat what you said? Because it, like, cut you off in the beginning, and when I was trying to decipher what you said in the beginning, the rest of your sentence kind of sounded like shiblagibidaboo.
Gotcha. Anyway, so as you approach, he says, yeah, I'll have to tell you how
Should.
getting to know her goes. After all, I'm about to introduce her to her now, for the first time ever, awake sister. Who's a bit of a handful, to say the least.
That's the dragon lady you were talking about, right?
Yeah, she punched me really, really hard one time.
Shanti kind of shakes her head and looks back at Loon and goes, I think I believe her about this whole extension of the outer gods thing. She said we're called denizens.
Yeah. And quite frankly, I've been keeping this a secret because I didn't think it really mattered. I've had these strange dreams and memories that I'm not really sure what to make of. I figured it was just the usual thing because, well, last 1,400 years I've been having that problem with the curse, but I'm starting to think it might be some sort of connection to what she's talking about.
What kind of dreams?
I'm not completely certain, since I've been suppressing them passively. But it's almost like I'm seeing a world far earlier than what I had ever remembered as myself. Far past even the earliest days of Silanoris. It's hard to explain, but I'll have to sort through this and try and understand it better.
Well, when you do, let me know. I'll dig through libraries and see if I can find anything about denizens, outer gods, whatnot.
And if you do go digging through libraries about the past of Silanoris, just keep in mind I used to be a lot angrier over 1,000 years ago. So, history probably won't be too kind to me.
You do forget very often that the first time we met, you threatened to break my bones.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
You don't
Again.
have to keep apologizing. I think it's funny. Now, at least.
I'm glad. Well then, I best get going.
Stay safe, then. And she gets up on her tiptoes and gives him a little kiss on the cheek.
Oh. He gives her a kiss back
Oh,
and says, "Alright, hope to see you soon, dream girl."
he said it! He fucking said it! Oh my god! Gremlin mode activate. Shanti kind of turns a bright pink across the top of her cheeks and backs up, and she gives a little wave to Tyvar.
They wave back, just smiling a bit sadly, but generally just happy and yeah, waving very wildly. Just
Oh, I love Tyvar.
And so, you see this sort of glowing green portal open up behind Elric. It's this nice ring shape, a very warm, sunny light to it. And Elric starts to walk through, and he says to Tyvar as they're walking, "You know, Tyvar, you actually kind of remind me of a Selkie I once knew. They actually gave me this cloak.
oh,
They wanted me to see the best in myself, too. You know, take care of myself, all that." And you hear their voices are kind of like starting to trail off. And you see Loon pick up the pace behind Elric and go whisper something in his ear. And like, as the portal is starting to close, you see Elric pause and turn straight towards her and just go, "You what?"
What?
And then the portal closes.
Oh, damn, I want to know what happened.
I do too.
Oh man, now I want to know what happened. Sad. Well, now that Tyvar has returned to the Feywild, I do want to say thank you, Kitty, for joining us.
It has been an absolute pleasure playing with you guys.
The feeling is indeed quite mutual. You were wonderful to have on Untold Realms.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
We hope to see you again one day soon.
After uni is done, I will be very, very happy to return.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Hell
Take
yeah.
care. Have a
Bye,
wonderful
Kitty.
night.
Thank you so much.
May your
Good night.
roles be good and maybe bad at the funny times, but you know.
I'll,
Take care.
I'll
Good
make
night.
sure to do the funnies.
Take care.
Yes.
Bye, Kitty.
Do the
Thank you so
funnies
much.
and whatever goes. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
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 Oh man, I love Tyvar so much. Kitty's such a good player. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's next, group?
Let's see here. So they all just pieced out to the Feywild, and then
Are we going inside? So me and Brock can have that conversation of diddly do?
yes, indeed. I assume you all now have free reign to go back into the Capitol building, looking
Well,
like
yo-
it does in the artwork on screen.
Will y'all give me a hot second? The K9 is doing something really fucking weird, and I need to go find out what it is. Because if she's in my laundry, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Quick BRB chat.
Okay.
Word.
Hello, we are back.
Shut up.
Greta was
back.
not doing anything sus. She was failing her sneak rolls as she was trying to bury herself in my bed blankets. So, we can now continue.
Nice.
Roll for stealth. Why? Because if you fail, it's hilarious.
All right. I know Brock and I needed to have a conversation.
So I assume you all just want to like go back to your quarters in Vestia to like begin resting.
Yee.
Yeah.
Long rest. Long rest time.
Rusty.
Get all them spell slots back.
Yes, time to press the long rest button on all the
Yeah,
character
all
sheets.
those spell slots you use to define the Geneva suggestions.
Hey, those don't exist in this world. And he fucking deserved it.
Fair point.
I agree it was torture. However, my honor, he deserved it.
Your Honor, I
Yeah.
plead he deserved it.
I'm gonna go with ignorance, as him being the ignorant boy he is, and just say, that's too much.
Fair
Fuck
enough.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shanti will currently be in her quarters. She's replacing the clothes that she wore into Diriota because now they have Diriota stink on them. And so she is now dressing in something a little bit more fancy as she starts to gain confidence in herself.
Nice, you do that. And so, I assume you go and talk to Brock.
Do I want to go talk to Brock, or does Brock want to come talk to me?
Good
Brock
question.
will take a little bit because he's preparing something.
Okay,
So
then...
you'll probably decide to go to him before he actually...
Yeah, she's going to. Yeah, she
Word.
will walk to Brock's quarters rather than his workshop.
You will find him there.
Oh, fucking Christ. Hold on.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with big fucking ow.
Oh,
You stub your toe?
on.
No, lungs doing crampy shit. And that hurt really bad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Is the dog in your lungs?
Yeah, she's crawled her way into my lungs. Oh, fuck. That hurt. Okay. Mars, could you do me a quick favor?
What am I doing?
The necklace that Cynade made for Shanti, could you by any chance send me those stats again? Because I'm scrolling through our chats and I can't find it.
I'd have to find it.
Damn, we both gotta go looking. What if I just search the word necklace? Anyway, Shanti will go to Brock's chambers and find him there. She will knock on the door. Just like, dum, dum.
Brock, you're
Brock
knocking
will-
at your door.
Brock will look up from his desk where he's doing something and get off his chair, waddle over to the door that has a handle very much lower than other doors and open it. Oh. I was actually just getting ready to come to you.
Great
Hi.
minds think alike. May I come in?
Yes, definitely.
She enters his quarters.
You will see something that is hidden on the table. Very much quickly draped over a piece of cloth over it, which definitely there was something being worked on.
She eyes it out of the corner of her eye, looks back at him, and goes, "Can I ask, or would you rather I don't?"
Sure, we can start with that. And he will walk over to the table, take a deep breath, and take the cloth away. And at the same motion, he will also take something out of his own jacket.
Oh.
And you will notice a small medallion with what looks to be the symbol of a cloak and a pickaxe. The one that he has in his hand from that he took off his own person is a bit more intricate, and the one on the table is unfinished. But they are supposed to look the same, and you can see that.
Shanti kind of eyes it a little bit confused. She kind of has an idea of what these are, but she's not exactly sure what's what he's doing with him. So she just looks back at Brock and kind of raises her eyebrows in a questioning expression.
Brock will take a deep breath in and just say, Tyvar reminded me of something. As much as we have sometimes problems with our families, one way or another, and he will look for like a second or two at the medallion and say, they are families nonetheless. And he will show you the original. And as a small child, you once found this. I never told you what it was, but I think it's time for that now. I do have a family, as much as I tried to bury that. I never used it anywhere, and I will not continue. I will continue not to use it. But my full name is Brock. Or Cloak. Hence, the cloak and the pickaxe. This is my family crest. And, well, it's not yet completely finished. I want you to have it.
Okay, didn't expect that. I did not expect that. God damn it. Y'all are making me teary-eyed today. Fucking Christ. Okay. She looks at the crest and then looks at him and she just breaks into a little bit of a smile and she gives him a big ol' hug. Big hug.
Brock will hug her back. And I'll say, if you want to, you can have the unfinished one. But I'd much rather at least finish it before I give the thing to you.
I'm patient enough. I can wait.
Even though it already is a lot against tradition. But hey, I broke with tradition a long time ago.
I think we all broke with tradition a long time ago.
And he will go back into the hug.
No, yeah. Okay. Shanti just stays in the hug for a while, just like needed a hug, needed that, like, I don't know. What do hugs release? Is it like oxytocin? Serotonin. Yeah. Just needing that little chemical boost. And then she will...
Morning news.
Morning news?
Nudes?
Nudes? Give?
Morning
Nudes?
nudes? Damn.
I'm gonna move on. Mars, if you want me to stop, message me, and I'll shut up. But once kind of like she starts to be like, okay, I'm good. She kind of sits back because going in to hug a dwarf is a little difficult. So she kind of like she got like on her knees, but not in like a sexual way. Please don't make it sexual. That would just make everyone very uncomfortable.
Too late.
God damn it. Okay. So she will kind of sit back on her heels and kind of like rub her eyes just a little bit and goes, oh, Jesus. Feels like every time we end up at Dariona, something really good or really bad happens. Or both.
Yeah. It's a very polarizing place.
So...
And he's rubbing just his head a little bit. It's like, gods.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 of them. How do you feel?
I don't know. I feel hot and cold at the same time, but I'm neither burning nor freezing. I feel like I could move a mountain, but at the same time I just want to sleep.
Yeah. That's how it feels. I don't think I'll ever not feel exhausted.
Oh, yeah. It's quite something, holy shit. Sorry for language.
She just laughs and just goes, I think we're well past decorum in our language at this point.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
What you had to deal with right after. And he just gestures at your hair.
Sort of. I mean, the whole loon situation sort of changes that, but yes, it was exhausting, and while you might be burning and freezing at the same time, I just had the biggest headache, and truth be told, it hasn't gone away, but I think the circumstances of why the headache is around is different.
Fair enough.
Well, at least now we don't have to worry about getting old. And she just kind of like chuckles.
Yeah. I was worried you were gonna outlive me.
With the trouble I get myself into, please.
The trouble we all get ourselves into. Fucking hell.
At least we didn't have to kill the gods this time.
I mean, yeah. We didn't kill them. They didn't eat us. Then again, I also feel like I ate them. It's weird.
I'm sorry there wasn't more time. Maybe I could have gotten Loon to ask your consent or something. Truth be told, I didn't really think she'd do it.
I was just shocked. Not just that she can do that. I mean, what? But a god seed? I mean, full-fledged godhood? Oh.
That's a part of her powers, I think. I had a conversation with her before they left for the Feywild. She's not a god. She called herself a denizen. Like... And... How did she describe it? It was like... What?
She said they were an extension of the outer gods.
Thank you.
Sort of like their children.
She said denizens are an extension of the outer gods, like they're children or something. And I didn't even know the outer gods existed. And now they have children.
There's more and more forces we're getting involved with every fucking day. First it's the gods, then apparently the primordials, then the fucking denizens and outer gods. What's gonna come next?
I don't know. Another
The
void worm, perhaps?
homosexuals.
The homosexuals! I don't know. Another void worm, perhaps?
Please, no.
We don't want Asm jumping into his mouth again.
I
Anyway.
swear to God, I'm not going to be linking my own life force with that man ever again if he does that.
Please don't. I don't recommend that.
Pretty sure that fucker would have died if I hadn't, but ow.
It's a good thing we haven't experienced... I don't want to call him a necromancer, but he raises people from the dead. She is talking about Elric. Did you just moan?
I know. He looks at us like, you're not wrong, but yeah, he kind of is.
I'm sure I could find a diamond on short notice. Somewhere. I should...
With our position, we could.
I'll probably just have to clean your workshop up a bit. I'll find one.
A diamond might be hard to find just from cleaning. A lot of other gems, though, yes. I found a big-ass fucking ruby there recently that we wanted to use for a project. Fuck.
I keep telling you we should program Henry to do cleaning or something. Get him one of those maid outfits.
Oh no.
Makeshift, I'm so sorry. I didn't see it.
Oh, that's alright. I'm
I
also
have
checking
Discord
in on
on
something.
Do Not Disturb.
Don't we need to wait for something?
No, you're good. I didn't see a message you sent me because it doesn't make the noise anymore. Because I have it on.
I take that as a
stream
challenge.
Oh no.
I heard y'all this entire time.
Oh,
No.
we just died.
Okay, Warren.
Oh, Jet died.
That's probably
Bad.
Jet. It's because he had to go suddenly. And I was going to
okay.
be like, oh, do you need me to like check in with your character to see what they're doing in the downtime? He's like, oh, no, it's fine because he's already... His character's going to meditate in his room and sleep.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's what he's up to.
cool.
Anyway, back to what you guys were talking about.
They're pretty much just shooting the shit right now, so I mean, you're pretty good.
Then
There's one more thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
If you talked with Cynade recently,
I should probably apologize to her again. I was not exactly in the best of moods when I talked to her, but yes.
I don't know what it is. Well, I know some of the things it could be, but not what exactly. You know the Void Worm, right?
Yes. I'm quite familiar with it.
I don't know what she did with it, but it almost was like it wasn't her
What do you mean?
that did it. You have seen Cynade get into whatever it is she gets into when she uses those powers.
Right.
She assumed a completely different form. I couldn't make out details, but she had bright-ass wings and God knows what.
Wings? Tieflings don't have wings. That's odd.
I know she has the best for us in mind, but she's hiding so much. And I feel like she might be changing. Like, a lot of things might be changing within her right now that I do not understand.
Do you think we have a reason to not trust her?
I wouldn't go so far to say that she is an enemy, but she is we need to make sure that she stays on our side.
I agree. I don't think the power of friendship will save everything, but I can at least give it a shot.
And might at least save her. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
in the end, if everything else breaks, fucking connections is all we have.
Agreed.
And suddenly you're knocking on your door.
We're just gonna make it a party, alright?
Are you expecting someone?
Brock just looks at us like, no?
Odd.
He will stand up, walk back to the door, stretch out his hand, decide against it, take a step back, and tell Henry to do it.
Smart.
Henry
Always
gives
be
you
cautious.
a salute, and he walks over to the door, reaches real low, and gives that doorknob a shake. And he opens it. And from the other side of the door, you hear a voice call and say, "Oh, thank you, Henry. Does that mean Brock is in here?" And peeking his head around the corner, you see Johnathan. Oh, and
that was Jonathan's voice, wasn't it?
and Miss
You've made
Shanti.
so many voices.
Yeah. You see Johnathan poke his head around the corner and go, and Shanti's here as well. Glad I could find both of you here. I actually, checked Shanti's office earlier and I didn't see her there. I heard you had all arrived back peacefully. But, well, I figured this was the next best place to find you.
Hi, Johnathan. Are you alright? You seem a bit frazzled.
Well, yeah, pleasantries aside, I do have bad news for you.
What kind of bad news?
You see, during your absence, it seems there was an incident in your guild. The person who you had appointed as the guild leader, unfortunately, they've passed away.
What? Passed away? Roland was in his 30s and completely healthy. What do you mean passed away?
Yes, and the reason is because it's suspected he might have been killed.
Killed?
We aren't completely certain of the details, but, well, funeral arrangements have already been made by his family. Yeah, I'm very sorry to tell you this information.
Where was...
Who would want to kill anyone from the Wandering Pool?
Well, this did also coincide with a few other incidents that seem to be popping up around the various kingdoms, the 4 cities.
Incidents? Like what?
Well, it seems that numerous guilds have reported that their leaders have either been severely injured or, in some instances, killed as well. And it seems like they all occurred within a short span of time of just a few days.
Makeshift.
Yes?
Would I have to roll to, like, make the connection between Zendel's memories that I saw once, when she returned to Vestia and was like, "What y'all do?" Do I make that connection?
Nah, that connection's a little too obvious. It's like it was a few days ago, and you remember a memory of some crazy-looking dude with yellow eyes saying he was gonna kill every member of every guild leader, and kind of vaguely being like, "Sure, I won't kill all of them."
Okay.
And
good.
then he teleports away.
Glad that I can make that connection without a roll. Shanti stands there looking incredibly dumbfounded for a little bit. And then she just this wave of like feminine rage. Like, I don't know if y'all know what I mean when I say that, but like that silent, scary, calm rage that like a lot of women have to use because we can't just go punching holes in walls.
The stare you get if you fuck up severely and it's like, oh fuck, I'm dead.
It's the look your girlfriend gives you when you make a sexist joke in front of her. She just gets that look on her face. And she looks at Johnny and just goes, I need to speak with the Wandering Pool members. I'll be retaking my position. And I'm going to find who did this. Dead or alive. Excuse me. And she will walk out of the room so pissed. And I would like to find the nearest, like, I don't know, servant person, whatever. Somebody who is in charge of something that I'm not in charge of. I want to find someone that can do my bidding for a little bit.
Somebody in the Wandering Pool?
Wandering Pool, Vestia, I don't care. I'm just trying to get someone to start making some flyers.
To make some flyers? I mean, you pass by one, like, janitor.
Damn it, a janitor wouldn't be able to do what I need. Is there like a town crier or something that I know about in this fucking Capitol building? Some secretary or some shit?
Yeah, near the entrance of the building, there's an area kind of like what you're looking for. They could probably take care of it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna walk there, and I want to find the secretary, and I'm going to approach them a little bit miffed.
You do that, and they seem to be writing something, and they see you approach, and they look up a little bit like, hi, how can I help you?
I need a call. She walks up and she puts both hands on the desk. She didn't slam them, but she puts both hands on the desk and just looks at them and goes, I need a call put out to as many mercenaries and as many guilds as possible, looking for people who can hunt down a monster that's killing people. Can you help me with that?
He lowers his glasses. Yes. I can get on that right away.
Wonderful. Tell them to report to the Wandering Pool headquarters. I can take care of it from there. And she just turns and walks away.
And he gets back to... he pulls out like a new piece of paper and starts writing something.
Wonderful.
While she's doing that, can I talk to Johnathan?
Sure. Jonathan's still in the room with you. He let Shanti storm past him. What do you ask him about?
How did that person even get in?
Well, that's the thing is, a lot of the defenses within Vestia are actually relatively resistant to teleportation magic, so any magic that was used, it must have been pretty impressive stuff if it was teleportation. Either that or an extremely skilled assassin.
You said all over the kingdoms. Is this a group or a single person?
That's the thing is, no kingdoms or cities have actually reported any sort of activity that would have coincided with something of this scale. No armies marching this way and that. It's just kind of... they just die, but not at the same time. It's almost like one person is racing at an extraordinary speed between the locations. That's really the only thing that seems to coincide with the pattern, but I can't really imagine who could even clear that distance so quickly, or use that much teleportation magic.
So it's not a coordinated group, because otherwise that would have been all happening at the same time.
Indeed.
God. We need to set up fucking traps for them. Whatever it is they're using. I need something strong. Fuck. I'll need to talk to some people in my guild. And he will also walk out of the room and make his way towards the Artificers Guild.
You do that.
And I will go talk to Charles, because I need to talk to him anyway.
Word.
Who is the second in command?
Gotcha. What accent did I give him? I think I gave him a Bostonian accent. I don't think I did. Never mind.
I'm not sure you actually voiced him.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, you did. I did.
I think
have.
I think I just.
Conversation.
I think I did my default dwarf voice. Okay, so you see Charles, and what do you say to him?
Hey, do we have anyone that specializes in magic entrapments? Like, making sure that someone cannot leave even with teleportation or shit?
Well, a few guys might be good at that. I can see what we got in the shop or in the blueprints, but nothing really pops to mind right away.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I'm gonna need some resources from... Fuck what it's called. It's not the armory. Storage. I'm gonna need some resources from the storage then. I know how to make a magic circle, but... Fuck. That's gonna be a bitch.
Gotcha. I presume you're gonna need a good number of diamonds.
Yeah. We have some maniac running around that's probably using teleportation magic, powerful enough to get past Vestia's defenses.
How's about a dozen sound?
Okay, I don't know the value of diamonds, but yes, probably.
Alright. It's about 1,000 gold pieces for the thing you're casting.
That is more than enough.
Yeah. So he says, alright, I'll put in the order for that.
Alright, thank you. Also, quick note, if anyone asks if you were in Dariona, and he just taps the little emblem he has on his chest, shortly casting disguise self on himself as Charles. I may have used your face for like a little bit. I did nothing with it, don't worry.
Alright, boss. Good thing I get paid while here. Alright, I'll cover for you.
Thank you.
And he gets back to what he's saying.
I would rather not be recognized in.
Understandable.
Thank you. And he will tap it back on and like turn it off. I'll also make sure I fucking scrap this because I don't think I'll use it again anytime soon.
I'd appreciate that.
Thank you.
And he gets back to whatever he was working on a moment ago. A pretty low standing table. And Azim, what have you been up to during this chunk of time? Streaky?
So I kind of just been like chilling in my room, just meditating. It's kind of just been vibing then.
Word. Vibin. In the meantime, and is that all you want to do with in that span of time before the next thing happens?
Yeah, pretty much staying in a room meditating unless I don't know, some other people come in. But besides that, yeah, staying in the room like doing my thing.
Word. Alright. So, Shanti and Barak. I think you guys were going to do... Do you want to go talk to Cynade now?
Sorry, was dealing with something. Yes.
Yeah.
Word. All right. So I presume you two kind of rendezvous back somewhere near Brock's room? Something like that?
Probably
know,
more
we're-
like Cynade's room. Because that would be
We're-
the next stop after having gotten that message.
Word. So you go there. And so you had Cynade's room, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Shanti's just looking a little bit more stoic and pissy than she was. Well, not pissy, but she's in take care of crisis mode.
Word. And so you're both standing outside Cynade's room, marching at it from different directions, and yeah, looking like Cynade's got some explaining to do on the other side of that door. So what do you do? Yeah. Knock on the door?
Yes.
I'm gonna let Brock kind of take the lead here.
Okay.
I will be there for both support and if I have any questions for her.
Word.
Yeah, Brock will then knock on the door.
You do that. And Cynade, you hear a knocking on your door.
The door opens.
Okay. Brock will just look at the door, look at Cynade, see that she hasn't moved from her seat. Say, okay. And walk in. And sit on one of the chairs. Oh.
So I take it that you heard the news.
Yep. Already making preparations.
I've sent out a call for some mercenaries. We cannot stop our search for the stone. Can I please speak English? We cannot stop our search for the stones for some crazed maniac, no matter how dangerous he might be.
We'll make sure that some of the...
Yeah, I sort of realized who caused this. Remember Marilla?
I know exactly who caused this one, but you might want to explain it for Brock's sake. He didn't get a first-hand look like I did in Zendel's mind.
So she let this crazy guy loose into our reality.
Are you still typing?
That's the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
She
the
At least
whole
I
thing.
think.
Shanti turns to Brock and goes, his name is Uriel. He was a part of the same guild she was. And he cast the Blood Moon spell. No one stopped him. And now he's running around killing the leaders of guilds. I think he blames all guilds for what his guild did. Maybe I should tell the mercenaries to also take down that guild. Food for thought, I guess.
Gonna say... What guild was Marilla from?
She never said the name.
Tears of the Revenant.
Oh, okay, there it is.
There you go.
Tears of the something. It's...
Tears of the Revenant.
I don't know. It's a Assassin's Guild, Mercenaries Guild. All I know is that from what I saw of Zendel's memories, it's they sent people into the Feywild and called it Purgatory. I don't really remember much. It was watching things through Zendel's eyes is difficult.
I can imagine. But also, they sent people into the Feywild?
Apparently,
Oh,
they
God.
called it purgatory, and it was an initiation of some sort. Jesus. All we do
That's
at our
just a bad
initiation is
idea.
get high and go to sleep. It's true! It's canon! They take a fuck ton of LSD, go to sleep, and connect with the dream spirits. That's what they do! That's why everyone thought the founder was crazy!
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, this bitch is just high. It's like, nope,
So
I
y'all
can
just
see the
get high
future.
and sleep, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh
why
my
do you think
God.
our like aesthetic is the moon and stars?
God, fucking damn.
Okay,
All
back
right.
back into character.
He'll just look at Shanti for a little bit and just like, okay. That guild needs to be stopped from operating at all.
I already dealt with it pretty much.
Oh, wonderful then.
That's good. However, that Uriel guy, you said he cast Blood Moon?
Extremely powerful spell. From what I was able to gather on it, it's
He
bad.
cast a 10th level spell.
Okay, do we actually call it 10th level in the universe?
I think so.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna divide magic into levels now. Cool. Yeah.
Or you could call it epic magic as well.
Epic magic, bro.
God magic.
Epic magic.
Even I wouldn't attempt such a spell.
That is something mortal should not be able to do.
Exactly. Well,
I
he wasn't
assume
exactly
that's
mortal.
how he got around so fast. Is teleportation magic?
Makeshift, what is the Blood Moon spell again?
Yes, the Blood Moon spell, I've homebrewed a lot of details of it, but essentially he's using it to teleport freely.
Okay.
Through the Feywild, I should say.
I know the intricacies of this fucking spell because I read it like 10 times. And I have to pretend that I don't.
I don't.
Yep.
I'm sitting over here like I've never read it, and I have to pretend like I know all about it. They switch brain cells with me, Yasha. Shanti just kind of like shrugs her shoulders and rolls her eyes, and is just like, he wasn't technically mortal either. I mean, his body, yes, but I have a strong suspicion that he was suffering from the psychosis. Leverton's curse.
So someone that can teleport freely.
Have been
And
able to
also
cast that spell he should not have been able to.
Maybe he's also got a god seed in him. I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, I have the mercenaries deal with it.
That's why I put out a call.
That's good. Has anyone else in Vestia been attacked so far? Apart from my condolences. What was the name again? Robert?
Roland.
Roland.
I pulled that name out of my ass.
I pulled Charles out of my ass. The entire dwarf. He's now sitting next to me.
Oh my god.
I don't know, Makeshift, I'm looking at you.
Okay.
Oh no. There's been no other attacks on Vestia aside from that one.
That has been the only one thus far.
So the Silver Moon and the Gilded Eye, they're still alright.
Yes.
That's good.
That also means that I am still on the list.
Well, if he tries to touch you, he's going to suffer the exact same fate that Doldrum did. And she just smiles like a really creepy ass smile.
With the main difference, he can probably get away. Although, for that, I have made some preparations. I'll, over the course of the next day or so, place some traps in the guild quarters or guild headquarters. Both their main offices and their sleeping quarters. Then use a glove of warding and a magic circle to trap him if he ever appears in Vestia again. I know the magic of Vestia is already strong, but I already saw that he was able to get past that once. And that entire thing should last. How long can this magic circle last? Is it a minute? It's an hour. Okay. That should trap him for an hour if it works.
Nice.
We can only hope.
I can only hope. And if it does work, we can at least fight him. Because someone that can teleport freely is going to be difficult to take down.
If we're even here.
Speaking of Doldrum,
Do you want us to tell Cynade?
I mean, if you want to.
You could if you want to. That's all. Shanti turns to Cynade and goes, I don't even know what to say to her. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try this. Do you know what we did in Diriona, or do I need to explain it to you? I'm also testing.
I have an idea of what happened.
I see. Do you want me to explain it to you, or are you more comfortable not knowing?
Well, I prefer that you don't. Go in great detail.
That's fine. Then I have a question for you. Did you know about the denizens?
She kind of sighs for a second.
You good?
Yeah, kind of.
Jesus, child. Fucking sound like you're choking.
Further causing more chaos.
Is the dog.
Yes, it's the dog. Shanti kind of tilts her head a little bit at Cynade and just goes, I do not understand you, Cynade. But I understand why you kept this from mainly me, but I'll say us. It is indeed confusing. What the fuck?
Dog doing some wild stuff?
No.
Oh no.
Look at chat. Look at fucking chat.
Thank you so much, Suki.
Suki, do indeed be paying for the next commissioned art. Holy crap. Thank you so much.
Suki, what the fuck are you? What are
Suki,
you? Are you even
my
human?
man, we're supposed to get drunk tomorrow. Like,
There is
come on.
no way a human could do this.
Well, Suki's not a human.
In
Suki's
front
a
of my pasta? What the fuck?
In front of my salad, really? Thank you, Suki, very much for the wonderful tip. Can definitely say that you will most likely be paying for the next the next commissioned art that comes out of this. Okay, where was I?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Look at what you have done, Suki.
Yeah, you broke me. God damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna start over. I don't understand you, Cynade. Jesus fucking Christ, are y'all trying to one-up each other?
Wow.
Kiba!
going to be
All
able
right.
to play the game?
All right, children, it's
Are we
okay.
not going to be able to play this game anymore?
You both have really big dicks. I'm really happy you're both here. Thank you. But this is not a pee-pee measuring contest. I promise. You are both loved equally. Okay. All right. Jesus Christ on a cracker. Okay. Ooh.
In universe, Shanti is just like Windows 93 startup noise, trying to think of what to
Shanti's
say.
having a fucking seizure. Okay. Shanti.
Just gets a vision of the fucking playing party just losing their goddamn mind, getting money for one of them.
Yeah,
Well,
you know,
what?
if that actually happened, I'm 99% sure she and Kara would just have to get together and have drinks. But she kind of like crosses her hands together, takes a deep breath, and looks at Cynade and goes, I do not understand you, Cynade. I guess I can understand why you kept the denizens a secret from, I'm going to say me, but probably us. But I hope you can understand how confusing this is for us. This is new and slightly terrifying. We are not privy to whatever's going on in your head. Maybe being a bit more open with us could help. Hell, Brock's a god now. We had no even...
I can't
You can't.
really explain much besides a lot is going to change.
I hate change. But I understand.
I'm going to have to suffer for all of you.
What? Why?
It's the only way.
There's always more than one way. You're not that Jesus guy from the myths. No, you don't have to suffer. Do you?
The other way, the only other way is everything resets. And I don't want that.
I don't want that either.
And then you hear a door creak open behind you. Like somebody's opening the office door. And you hear a voice say, yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a theme with that one.
I would like to whip the fuck around and see who's talking.
You do that, and you see a man dressed in a lot of dark clothing, which it's a bit hard to recognize, but because the last time you saw this person was in kind of a darkly lit area. But their face is pretty recognizable. You recognize Kolvar from back on the other planet, as he's standing right in the doorway, and in one of his hands, he's holding somebody by the back of their shirt, who's kind of like looks injured and possibly unconscious. And you pretty quickly realize that he's holding Johnathan by the back of his shirt.
Shanti...
I swear.
oh.
If you hurt him.
A little late for that.
And now you're dragging innocence into this.
Let's not jump the gun here. A little difficult to point at who's innocent here. Maybe this kid, but look who's standing right behind you.
Shanti just looks a little, like, dumbfounded and is just like, at what point does a human get to that? And she just looks at him and just goes, oh, so your best bet is to bring an innocent into... Oh, okay, what?
Cynade looks behind herself.
I don't see anything.
Oh, fuck off! Shanti's just like, so you decide that because Cynade sneezed on a butterfly, that you'd get to just harm a child? Or he's an adult, but he's basically a child.
Sneezed on a butterfly. Interesting way of putting that.
Well, what has she done? Because you haven't exactly explained it.
Good question. Better if I just show you. Meet me outside real quick. And you see him teleport away in this kind of odd sounding and looking blip of like darkness. It doesn't look much like teleportation spells I've seen before. It was a lot quicker.
Shanti looks to Brock and goes, "Go with Cynade. I'll go grab Azim. This is going to get ugly."
All right.
And I'm going to run out of Cynade's office to go grab Azim and tell him, like, "Hey, yo, we need you."
Brock will just get out of his chair and oh boy, here we go again.
Oh boy. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Shit.
Suki, what are you doing?
When I finish eating.
Oh my god. Shanti is going to run to Azim's quarters, just
Kitchen
heels a
Suki,
clap.
do not encourage him.
Oh my god. Kitchen Suki. Okay. Shanti is going to run to Azim's quarters and bang on the door, like.
You hear that as if you're playing Five Nights at Freddy's in medieval times. You
Oh
hear
my
banging
God.
on your door.
I open the door shirtless.
You do that.
Okay. I'm gonna say something and I want y'all to know it's not canon.
Okay.
If Shanti were single, she would definitely be looking, but she's not, so she's not looking.
Damn it!
She does. So when you open the door and you're shirtless, she kind of stops, looks you up and down, and goes, "No time. We need you. Johnathan's been hurt. We need you outside. That fucking worm controller's out. We need you."
All right, and then Azim just grabs his sword and cloak and just goes.
Oh, are
follows.
you fighting shirtless?
No, I grabbed my
Okay.
cloak. It's like almost like a jacket, almost.
Okay, so it's one of those cool jackets that has like a hood and a cape. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool jacket.
And then she's going to lead Azim outside to the courtyard.
You do that.
Want me to play shirtless?
I mean, you don't have an undershirt on, but you'll be fine.
You want to? You have unarmored defense, so you don't need it.
I mean, it's a good point. Fuck it, I fight shirtless.
Okay, hot.
Skips the
Pretty
cloak,
hot.
runs down the hall.
Yeah.
And grab the sword and fucking noob. All right. Shanti's gonna lead him outside.
And so, you all rush outside, and you find yourselves once again in that courtyard where you all had arrived when you first got back to Vestia. And waiting there by the fountain, on like kind of the far side of it, you see Kolvar standing over Johnathan, who's like laying on the ground. And he looks like he's just kind of patiently like crossing his arms and like looking around waiting.
I just realized that we don't have a... Wait, we do have a thing for Kolvar. Hold on. Yeah, we do. Cool. All right. Why is he so big? Why are you so... Oh, I didn't turn the grid off because I'm a dumbass. Hold on.
He's a big boy.
Yeah,
Hold
this
on.
thing did the thing again.
Yeah, I don't know what the issue is. That's why I'm gonna just turn the grid off. Save settings.
Hmm.
We're gonna zoom in just a little bit. Technical difficulties, chat. We're not Critical Role here. Okay. Yeah. We'll just... hold on.
Untold.
We'll stick him over by the fountain.
Untold.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, Shanti. Why is she so big?
Yeesh.
She's small.
Just
There's Rockaboy.
Can't make him smaller.
Cynade. Everyone's favorite tiefling mommy. Oh, that's a big bird.
Betsy's bigger than Jesus.
Pretty
Oh my
big.
god, Betsy is now just a hawk. Like a falcon.
Did you just say Betsy is bigger than Jesus?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all like what I
Betsy
did
is
there
one
with
of
the
birds
whole,
that carried Jesus out of
y'all
the
like,
fucking mountains.
y'all,
Weird ass Bible and Lord of the Rings things. What the fuck?
I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that should be everyone.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And so, you all rush outside, and you see Kolvar standing over Johnathan, who Johnathan looks to be clutching at his chest now, and it looks like he's casting lay on hands on himself. And he's kind of regaining him, like picking himself back up a little bit. And Kolvar calls over, goes, "Is that everybody?"
Everyone you get to see.
Huh? Dwarf looks a little bit different than I remember. You been working out?
You're really making small talk right now.
Yeah, why not? Anyway, so, Johnathan. That's your name, right? What the hell is it to you? Well, can you tell me, what do you know about Cynade? I work for her. What does it matter? Can you tell me where you got those powers of yours? You know, the ones I was seeing back when you fought, primordial deity, that thing in space. Because I haven't seen any magic like that before. And I'm starting to get very suspicious of why the unaging tiefling from God knows where somehow has such an odd interest in, what'd you say you were again? A biologist. Yeah, that. Just one kid. Go figure. That kind of makes me a little suspicious. That you might not just be some kid who happened upon powers. I think you're something else. I think you're something a lot more unusual. Case in point, let me show you what I mean. And he cracks his fingers and he raises one of his hands up towards the sky.
Oh no. Oh no.
And you see this kind of like flickering, it's almost like if a light was flickering his hands, but it's just like this inky blackness. And then it shoots up towards the sky like a lightning bolt. And after a brief moment, it seems to like halt around the clouds. It travels like very high up. And then there's a pause for a moment. And this kind of like wubbing noise that's very quiet for what occurs. Just this kind of... I can't make the noise. Bubble popping noise, whatever.
I know what you're talking about. I can do it.
Yeah.
As a hole in the sky seems just instantly and open up this massive portal in the sky, probably about a mile overhead and
Jesus.
quite high above the top of Vestia Tower, or Vestia's Capitol building.
The clock tower?
And up in the sky, you see what looks to be this whole mass of stars that are densely packed. And after a moment, you all realize those stars are moving around kind of quickly. And they're kind of starting to move closer towards the portal. And you can make out that they seem to have... You can almost see like multiple serpentine shapes coming down towards the mouth of the portal.
Oh fuck, are those more void worms?
Did you say that in character?
Shanti's gonna look at Brock and Cynade and go, are those more void worms?
And Kolvar's gonna
You
go...
hate me so much. I took care of you. I gave you all you had, and then you just disappeared on me. Why do you hate me?
This isn't about hatred. We're about to see what this is really about, though. And also, yes, those are more void worms, as you put them.
Are you insane? You're going to kill the entire population!
Oh, they're going to.
You're going to cause it!
Splitting hairs. Anyway, you know who might just be able to stop it? What are you looking at me for? I'm looking at you because, well, I mean, take your best shot. You got one chance, kid. Go for it.
An opportunity.
And Johnathan looks back towards the group, like completely befuddled, trying to figure out what to do.
Cynade, do something.
He's trying to test a theory.
A scientific experiment should not come at the cost of an entire kingdom. Do something.
Over, I swear to God.
Hmm? Hey, he can stop this, and
You
I
like
think you
this?
know he can.
Why are you like this?
Why are you like
I don't have
this?
to answer anything to you. Now, come on, Johnathan.
Fucking hate this guy. God damn.
And you can see Kolvar kind of like clapping, like, come on, get up, you can do it. As Johnathan starts to stammer back towards his feet. You can almost hear like a wubbing noise going through the air, as it seems like the air is starting to interact with the space in that portal, and it's starting to show some wacky space noises coming through. And you see Johnathan just kind of
Wacky space
nervously
noises.
start pointing his hand up towards the sky. And just, you see a white light kind of start to flicker in his hands. And Kolvar's like, yeah, come on, that's the stuff. A little bit more. And then you see a very similar beam of light shoot from his hand that came from Kolvar's hand, except this one's this kind of blindingly bright white light. Basically just the opposite of what you saw from Kolvar. It shoots up towards the portal in the sky, and as you see the mouths of what looks to be 3 of those serpents getting close to the portal's entrance, or what looks to be based on your perspective, the portal blips back shut just as quickly as it appeared. Yeah, that settles it. Cynade. When are you going to tell him what he is?
Great, more secrets.
What do you mean? Cynade doesn't have anything to do with this. I got my powers by accident from a blood transfusion. Oh, by accident, did you? Was it an accident, Cynade?
She is just seething.
And was I an accident?
You were an accident.
Oh. That hurts. Well then, if you want your accident back, how would you follow me? Something looks a little bit different about, Did you change your hair color?
What? Who's he talking to? Because there's only one person that changed their hair color.
He's talking to you, Shanti.
She kind of just looks at him and just goes, "You are an absolute disgusting madman. You really think we're going to anywhere with you?"
That's the thing, is I'm not going to take you anywhere. You're just going to follow me. That is, if you want him back. But I'm not going anywhere with you either. Keep saying that. So, I think I see something odd in you too. I see a lot of odd things in people who stand out. You, the dwarf, that monk too. Not sure what's up with him. Some of him looks like you worshiping Turna? Is that it?
Striggy, that's you, buddy.
Yeah.
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 Johnathan here, something about him. It's like looking in a mirror sometimes. I haven't been able to shake this feeling since I saw him back on that other planet. And now, I'm going to get to the bottom of this mystery. And you, he points at you, Shanti. are going to follow me to the bottom of the realm of consciousness. I bet you're quite familiar with that.
Yes, I am quite familiar with the realm of consciousness. The idea of having someone like you in it is nauseating.
Ah, good. See you at the bottom of it. And he very quickly lunges towards Johnathan, grabs him, and teleports away. And then he teleports back in and says, "Oh, and by the way, rest up a bit. I'm not going anywhere." And teleports away again.
Fuck her! Oh, the Quarry are not going to like this. Oh, they're not going to like this at all.
Well,
I gave him everything, and he just spits in my face.
Well, I'd like to go spit in his face. With a sword or something. Brock?
it's going
You're
to
not
be an
using
interesting
mine.
feat.
What?
And Brock will pull out the bottle of alcohol that he got from the weird-ass dragon people in the mountain and just take a swig.
Be careful with that. You don't want to be drunk in the realm of consciousness.
You do so, and the alcohol now has a much different, like, feeling to it now. It's almost like the sunlight is getting nicely absorbed by it. It's got a sort of more of a warming glow to it.
Oh?
Yeah.
It's reacting
It's
to photo.
magical alcohol.
All alcohol is magical.
We have magic mushroom man, and we have magic alcohol.
Nice.
That's gonna be a trip and a half.
Oof. Shanti's gonna turn to Brock and just go, Brock?
Yeah.
Any chance that machine that you made before the reappearance day might help us with this?
If we all need to go together. And at least put us all in the same place when we start. Depending on how long we need to be under it,
You can tell that
might
Cynade
need-
is deeply troubled.
Shanti is going to walk up to Cynade and gently
At least
put a hand on her forearm and just go,
What was Brock saying?
I was still in the middle of a sentence. Like, don't be wrong. I
sorry,
understand that Mars cannot control when it says something, but I was in the middle of a sentence.
sorry.
Thank you. I'm not going to say, but depending on how long we'll need to be under, we might want a little bit more assistance on that. And I know that your guild has more experience of keeping people there.
I don't think getting high is the answer, but we do have more experience with that. Fuck. And that's when Shanti will walk up to Cynade and put her hand on Cynade's forearm and just go, we're gonna get him back. We're at least going to try to.
I cared about Kolvar before he disappeared. I'm like a son, he was like a son to me.
Wait a minute. He was like a son to you. In the similar way that Johnathan is like your son?
I will in time, I will have to tell you things. I have made mistakes.
That we all have.
Mistakes are a part of the mortal existence. Is she saying anything, or are we just sitting here in silence?
That's what I was waiting to check on. Y'all done
We are
Mars?
sitting here in silence.
Okay,
Okay, cool. Do you guys want to Do you guys want to go on a quick bathroom break since we're at like the 2.5 hour mark?
Yes,
please.
I would.
Word.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back, chat, and we will see you in a few minutes.
Right.
Jeez. And we are back with Untold Realms Session 21. We've just been challenged by Kolvar to delve into the plane of consciousness. And I have some apple juice, so let's get it going.
Nice.
Makeshift?
Nice. So, you're all still currently outside the building, but Shanti just suggested the use of that machine, which, based on the conversation, the brief one between them and Brock, it seems they have a machine that can share dreams. And this is the first time Azim is hearing about that.
Yeah, that was all the way back in literally episode 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
What?
how our two characters got introduced.
What? How big
Yes.
was the machine again? Do we have to add anything to it?
It had
I don't remember what it
a
looks
few
like.
chambers in it. So
Oh.
like 2 people easily laid inside it. It was like kind of modular. It had multiple slots.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like I plan to use this in the future.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious. Anyway. Literally forgot what I just said at the end, but Shanti's just gonna look at Cynade and go, well, I think the machine might be the safest way to get to the realm of consciousness.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Brock, do we need to make any preparations?
For how long do we plan to be under?
That's the question, isn't it? Traversing... Sorry.
Because if it's longer than a day, we will need something to give us water. If it's longer than a week, we need food.
Fuck. I wish I could say I had something to help, but we never let
She
anyone.
kind of just stares at you.
The medical ward should have equipment. If we're down under...
I mean, you guys don't really need food. We don't need food. The only person who really needs food and water here is asking.
I would
Azim.
still prefer to not have to return to my physical form starving. Just because we can doesn't mean we should.
I'll tell one of the members of my guild to keep an eye out, and if we are down under longer than, let's say, 12 hours, to inform the medical ward to get the proper equipment to us. They should have something like that for people that they put into comas.
Right. I'll have 2 alkalites as well.
Alkalites, yeah.
Is that what the
Acolytes.
Yeah, acolytes. I'll have 2 acolytes standing by as well, just in case.
Good.
Everyone, I suggest, especially you, Azim, drink as much water as you can handle without making yourself sick. Sleep. And then we'll go get Johnathan.
Asim just kind of gives like a thumbs up. Because at this point, by the amount of shit that he's dealt with this group, he's kind of just like stops questioning everything that's happening.
Alright, well, Shanti is going to bow her head to the group, and then she is going to turn and walk into the Capitol building. To her office.
And now, everybody gets a long rest.
Yay!
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
We do love getting our spell slots back.
The big sleep.
And as the sun rises on a new day, after you've all slept up thoroughly, gotten some food in you, I assume you all make your way to the sleeping chamber, or the sleeping chamber, the machine that Shanti and Brock were mentioning.
Asm doesn't know where it is.
I'd assume we're giving him directions.
Okay,
at,
cool.
like,
Just checking.
the breakfast
Yeah.
table.
Where is everything?
But yes, I have nothing else.
Word.
Yeah.
Nothing else that doesn't take a full day.
All right. So you're all in the room with the this weird looking contraption that looks to have a series of like beds attached to it in kind of a circular shape. And these kind of like helmet looking things protruding out the top where the pillow should be. And it's a thing. You have not seen a device quite like this one, but it's familiar to Brock, it's familiar to Shanti and Cynade. Asm, this thing is just wacky looking to you.
Yeah, I just looking at this thing like, God damn it, another contraption these people bring me to.
Shanti kind of walks by Asm holding, like, I don't know, a book or something that she's about to hand off to someone else, and she just goes, "If you don't like it, feel free to refuse and return home. But I would request that you come with us."
Wherever you go, I go.
If it's any consolation, I help building it so you can be sure it's safe.
It's
Even
quite
though the place
safe.
we're going to may not be. Not 100% at least.
About that,
Well, I just-
actually. And Shanti kind of turns and stands in front of people, clasps her hands together, and just goes, "I should probably tell you a few things about the plane of consciousness that you might not know." I feel like I interrupted Streaky, and I'd really like him to say what he wanted to say.
I was gonna say, well, I jumped into the belly of a worm, so going into anything dangerous is pointless to me at this point.
I can promise you it's not going to be as dangerous as that was. It's dangerous,
enough.
but less physically so.
Mm.
In the plane of consciousness, the further down we go, you're going to meet the quarry. Most people don't meet the quarry. They're a bit spooky. I don't even know how to describe them. They're dream spirits, and they look, let's just say, many eyes, many arms, almost kind of look like a worm-ish. But not the space worm. Very different. They're colorful, and you'll know what they are when you see them. But don't approach them. I would suggest, if they approach you, good. They will most likely approach me. Kalistars have a deeper connection with the quarry and the dream realm. So they're not dangerous or hostile, just think of them like bears. They're cute and from afar, but if you anger them, let's see. Oh, one more thing I might warn you about. I have a much easier time discerning what's real and what's not, but if you're worried about losing your mind in there, I would suggest having an object that grounds you. You understand?
A
Yeah.
little bit.
And she turns to Cynade and just goes, I'm not worried about you. I'm pretty sure you can handle anything that happens in there. Unless it's a giant ball of radiation and fire that melts you to death, but somehow I feel like you'd even survive that. That was to you.
She is just still kind of solemn.
Shanti gives her one more friendly, like, squeeze on the forearm. We'll get him back. I know this realm like the back of my hand. We'll find him.
It's not getting him back I'm worried about.
Oh?
I'm worried if it's going to hate me.
If it's gonna hate me. Well, don't call him an it. I'm kidding. That was not what she said. I have a feeling there's a fundamental difference between Kolvar and Johnathan. I think it would take a lot to make Johnathan hate you.
Well, that's what you say now.
Cynade, one of these days you're gonna have to learn to trust me. I know what I'm talking about.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Damn. Shanti just kind of shakes her head and looks at Brock and goes, "Are we ready?"
On my end, very much so. Preparations are all made. And I got what I need right here. And he pats his chest. Or rather, something right under the clothes. Everyone else? And he especially looks at Asm.
You all ready to go?
Hey. Asm takes off his shirt. What? It gets comfy if he's going to sleep. Yeah.
Understandable.
That's fair.
What, you think Asm sleeps with full clothes on? No.
I mean,
I
I
would make a
don't,
joke that
so...
he's close to go sleep. I was about to make a joke like he goes to sleep full naked, but nah, I'm not going to do that.
He's pulling his cock out.
Just gonna completely strip naked in front of everyone to go to sleep.
You just turn the corner
would
and you
indeed
just see
stop you.
Asm butt ass naked.
Shanti then nods her head and goes, "All right. Me first. I'll establish the connection." And she kind of like shrugs her shoulders and gets a little nervous energy out before walking up to where she'll be and getting, I don't want to say into position, that sounds naughty. Just crawling into the bed.
Into the bed. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And do you all also take some seats on the adjacent beds?
Yes.
Yeah. I lay
All
my
right.
shirtless ass down.
I'm assuming you do too, Cynade?
Yeah.
Word. You all take up positions on the various beds of the device. And as Shanti's abilities start to surge to life, as she's worked with this machine before, and she herself starts to slowly fade off to sleep. It seems like it's taking a while, but your perception of time, everybody's, just kind of starts to drift away a little bit, as it tends to do when people are falling asleep. And before you know it, you realize you're in kind of this darkness. You know, like the kind when you close your eyes and start going to sleep. And you all find yourselves in what seems to be the same room, but it's much emptier. There's no device there either. You'll just find yourselves back in that same room, standing up where you once were, and Asim has his clothes back on.
Oh no.
Fuck you and fuck your nakedness.
Damn it.
Shanti will kind of look around at her compatriots and will just be like, welcome to the plane of consciousness, realm of consciousness, whatever you want to call it.
The way you said that just made me feel like welcome to the...
I think we all know what I'm thinking of right now.
What are you thinking of?
Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking of, Yasha.
What?
The cum
The way you
zone.
said it just was
Oh,
like...
the cum
welcome
zone!
to the cum zone.
Cum zone.
Welcome to the C** zone.
Damn.
Oh.
You have arrived, and this room, it looks pretty ordinary. Like, you'd almost be able to be convinced that you aren't dreaming right now, but Shanti did just say you're in the realm of consciousness. You can all see from the doorway, the shut door, there seems to be a bit of light seeping through the bottom. That seems a little odd. Doesn't seem like candlelight or anything.
Just remember to be careful while we're here. And Shanti will turn away from her friends and walk towards the door cautiously.
You do that. You can sense on the other side of the door, there seems to be a continuation of this realm. Sort of like feeling a breeze coming from a doorway and knowing that there's like a hall on the other side.
I'm going to push the door open.
You do that. And outside seems to be, like, this doesn't open up into the halls of Vestia's Capitol building. It opens directly up into the streets of Vestia. And things, when you start looking around, the details are kind of minimal. Like, the general shape is all there with everything, just how you remember it. You can all notice that the details are missing, like you can't see the exact lines of where the stones are supposed to be. The buildings just kind of have like sort of Play-Doh clay shapes. It's odd looking.
Does anybody say anything?
Asim just kind of looks at everything. It's like, I'm assuming if I poke
I
it, it's
don't
like
like this.
really, just poof, poof.
Well, welcome to my job. This is what I do usually every day.
How do we get deeper into the realm?
That's a
Yes,
good
I'm
question,
assuming.
Makeshift. How do we do that? So I can answer that question.
Yes. Shanti, you're able to, your powers kind of sense another continuation of this realm, and off on the horizon, you see what seems to be this kind of light shining from the direction of what you can kind of feel is your hometown. It's almost like you're being called strangely into the past with this like nostalgic feeling.
She turns to Brock and just goes, honestly, we just follow wherever this takes us. And I have a feeling it is not going to be pleasant.
When have our journeys recently ever been?
Well, maybe if we run into a smaller quarry, we can take a break and, I don't know, pet it or something. And Shanti starts walking in the direction of the, like, warmth pulling feeling.
You do that. I assume everybody follows and doesn't go scampering off into the distance in the realm of consciousness.
Please don't run off in that. That is very dangerous.
I feel like that comment was aimed towards me.
Just a
I
little
ran
bit.
off to fight a fish.
I don't know why. I have a
Brought
strong
back
feeling.
completely beaten up.
Listen, that
please
fish looked
don't.
delicious, okay?
I'm glad you had delicious fey fish. But this is
Why
a
did you
very
get a chance to
different
eat it
realm.
until I got beat up? Fine. If I don't see a fish, I don't follow. I just
Okay.
follow the group.
Okay, well, don't chase the quarry.
Okay. Later.
Mr. Corey. Oh.
And as you head towards the direction of this nostalgic feeling, the world around you quickly starts to morph and you clear the distance very gracefully. Like, it's certainly not the distance that it would take to get to the entrance of Diriona. And very quickly, the world around you changes from Vestia to your old hometown, Shanti. Long
Yay!
before it was destroyed. And
So
everything-
happy to
drama.
be home! Yay!
Yay,
Probably
trauma.
didn't have this trauma. Literally happened like 2 days ago. No, a
Right.
day ago.
As they arrive in her little village, Shanti tenses for a second, but then she takes a deep breath and continues to walk forward, deciding that, like, I'm not running anymore.
You do so. And as you enter into this town, it's exactly as you remember it, and everything is calm, this warm feeling everywhere, and it all seems in place.
Is there, like, a... It's not the actual sun, but is there, like, a direction where light might be coming from?
Light is in, I mean, the direction of light's just like sunlight right
Okay,
now.
yeah. Okay, that's what I'm... Okay, she's gonna turn her face kind of up towards the sunlight and look around a little bit and just take a nice deep sigh, because most of her memories associated with this town are bad, so it's nice to see it calm and peaceful.
And
Brock will,
oh, keep going.
Brock will kind of, not grab her by the arm, but like put his hand on her arm and just squeeze it a little bit, reassuringly.
She looks down at Brock and gives him a small smile and just gently puts a hand on his shoulder, like, I'm alright. Like, it's alright. I got this.
He'll nod on this and let's say, good. Fuck. Words. He'll say,
Words.
good. If you do need anything, I'm here.
Thank you.
Lead the way.
Shanti will continue to lead the way. Is there a new sensation?
It just still feels like the town. I mean, you recognize the part of the town that you're in, and you could pretty easily find like your old house if you needed to. But generally, it's so far just the same feeling of like you're back inside this town, and it very much feels like you're in the past, since again everything's back where it should be.
Shanti
And-
is going to walk towards where her house is. Or was.
You do that. And as you get close to where it is, you can see that there seems to be like sort of like give me a perception check. real quick.
You got it. Let's see. And oh, that's gonna be nice. Where's my modifier? Perception. That'll be a 23.
23. You notice there seems to be like kind of high number of like ladybugs, sort of sitting on like the
Ladybugs?
doorknob and like on the wall of the house that you lived in.
Okay.
Just a little odd. Maybe they're in season. Maybe somebody associated ladybugs with the area, but it does seem a little odd that there's extra ladybugs.
Shanti reaches out a little finger and like gently coaxes one of them onto her finger and watches it for a second and goes, "Yep. This is the dream realm. Things might get a bit odd," and she kind of gestures to the ladybugs, because that's not normal.
And speaking of not normal, after you say that, the ladybug that's on your finger, it spreads out its tiny little wings and flutters to an area kind of behind you. And the other ones on the door, they also start to fly in the same direction, almost in unison.
I will watch them fly behind me. I will turn and to keep my eyes on them.
And as you do that, you turn and you see this, like, you see the forest of Silanoris, which is relatively adjacent to the mountain of Diriona.
Oh no. Oh
and
no.
off in the distance, there seems to be this kind of like, this like darkness radiating from inside of it. Which you
Oh
could probably
no.
guess what a lot of that is.
Oh no. Not again.
And it almost seems like they're trying to guide you in that direction, as the dream
fuck.
seems to beckon you towards the forest.
Shanti watches the ladybugs fly towards the forest and she grows very tense and she turns and looks at Brock and she goes, "Do not blame him for whatever we're about to see. Do you understand?"
He will close his eyes for just a second and just say, "I do." He will nod and then look back at you.
"Thank you." And she looks towards Azim and goes, "Azim, this is not going to be pleasant. If what I think is lingering over there is lingering over there, he's going to be very grumpy."
I'm sure I will manage.
"I think you will." And she will turn and look at Cynade and give Cynade a nod of understanding and start walking towards the forest. It's spooked.
He's probably going to try to kill me.
Most
You
likely.
all start
Yep.
walking towards the forest.
You spooky, scary skeletons.
You have no idea how accurate that is. Y'all bitches ain't seen this before. I have.
From the distance, we see a bunch of skeletons doing a dance routine.
Oof. Anyway, as we venture deeper into the forest, what do we see, Makeshift?
So as you start venturing towards the forest, unlike the previous transition to this city outside Diriona, or the town outside of Diriona, there was a much gentler transition. This time it almost feels like the trees of Silanoris are practically swallowing you whole as they start towering high above you, pulling you in deeper and deeper into the forest. Uncomfortably so, to the point where it feels like at this point there will be no escaping from whatever's inside of it. And as you're pulled further and further towards this feeling deeper in the forest of darkness, you happen upon a very familiar sight, Shanti.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
It's this massive tree, and at the base of it, there seems to be this very frail-looking woman who you recognize as Laverton. And in front of her, there's this kind of chaotic mass of eyeballs and teeth wreathing about and sort of fuming up into the sky, almost calmingly with its slow movement as it wreathes around.
Shanti will take a deep breath and hold her hand back with like a outspread palm, trying to tell the others to stay back a little bit. And slowly, gingerly, she will start to approach.
You do so, approaching slowly once again. And as you slowly approach, you also notice that once again, Laverton glances up at you and gives you a little smile.
Shanti will raise her hand and wave at her gently, now knowing who she is. Shanti's being very careful right now. She does not want to piss off the biblically accurate fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get closer?
She's gonna come a little bit closer. I want to kneel in front of Laverton, but I don't want to get close enough to it for it to try and break my bones again.
Okay. So you want to kneel in front of Laverton, but keep like a arm's length away from that whole business there?
Yes, I would. And as I kneel in front of her, I would like to say, "Hello, Laverton. It's good to see you."
She continues to give you a steady smile.
I know she can't, like, respond or, like, really understand what I'm talking about, so Shanti knows not to reach out and touch her either. So she just sits next to Laverton, says hello, and kind of watches her for a second, and then she shifts slightly to get the writhing mass in her field of vision. And she just waits for it to do something.
You wait. As you wait, you then notice that Laverton seems to start to move a little bit. And she leans in, slightly, still looking at you, and she speaks softly and says, "I have a wish to grant."
You do? She kind of looks at her and just goes, "You do?"
And she closes her eyes in kind of a nod and opens them back up.
And Shanti will kind of turn to the writhing mass, and she's a bit curious if it recognizes her at all, but is going to operate under the assumption that it doesn't. And she kind of bows her head to it and just goes, "Hello."
And you see it, a hand seems to reach up from the ground and raise its palm up in kind of this like beckoning position. Like it's waiting to hold something.
The last time I took a hand like that, it threatened to break my bones. I'm concerned.
You see Laverton reach out one of her hands and tap the figure on what seems to be its shoulder. And then, almost instantaneously, the tree, Laverton, and this writhing mass are completely gone. And you return to this very calm daytime forest scene. You're on a trail that's kind of packed with a lot of dandelions. And everything just seems ordinary.
Seems ordinary. Shanti will get to her feet and breathe a sigh of relief and be like, "Okay, that was much better than I thought it would be. I guess we go this way. And she will start leading. She'll wave over her shoulder to like, okay, it's safe. Come on. And
There's also
Oh,
there's a fork in the path that you're standing at. And there's like this
shit.
one of those classic wooden signs stuck in the ground with like the pointing like planks of wood.
Yeah.
There's something written on both of them, but you can't read it. It's in language you don't understand.
What? Okay, I can't. Oh, wait! I have it prepared! I'm a genius! I'm a fucking genius! Comprehend languages!
Oh?
I have comprehend languages! I prepared it! I'm a fucking genius! Oh, damn it! It's only that you hear fucking shit! Ugh! Okay, oh, wait. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. So I would like to cast Comprehend Languages and reach up and touch the bottom sign first and try to read what it says there.
Mm-hmm. The bottom sign, you reach up and touch it, and it says something to the effect, well, it says exactly, Fool's Hope, what's a big number? 30 miles north.
69 miles.
Not that many.
Damn!
Sign.
And then I would like to reach up and touch the top sign. I hit my microphone, I'm so sorry. Hi, Greta. I would like to reach up and touch the top sign and see what that one says.
It says, danger, 2 miles west.
Danger or Fool's Hope? Both are not
I
appealing.
recognize what Fool's Hope is.
What?
Do you remember what it is? Yep. So
Bauer's
Brock...
backstory.
No,
No, Brock doesn't remember it, but Bauer's backstory.
I can say... Oh, wait, because you wouldn't have known Bara. That's right.
Yeah,
No, we
none of us
wouldn't.
know Bara.
I, as a person, know it, not Brock.
Yeah, we,
Give me-
as a group, don't know it.
Brock, give me a perception check with advantage.
Okay.
Because you may have seen this sign before.
That's a 16.
16. And that was the higher of the two? Yep.
Yes.
You do realize it might just be a hunch, but this sign does seem kind of familiar. Maybe it's the fork in the path, but you feel like you've seen that text before when you went to Selenoris.
Was it the path we took to Elric's house?
Or towards Selenoris, maybe? I don't remember a sign being mentioned in our
We did-
journey. Yes, I am aware that you're over there. You do not have to make that much noise.
Little gremlin in the background causing chaos.
Oh, man.
I think we had a sign when we got out of Selenoris and went towards Elric's cabin before we knew that that was Elric's cabin.
Okay.
Yep, that's a good memory. There was.
Holy shit. Praise
And
Yasha.
the danger sign was the one we went.
Okay. So if we go towards Fool's Hope, I'm assuming we'll probably see the backstory of a character from Path of Destruction. But if we go towards Danger, we'll continue this version. Am I correct?
Probably.
Maybe.
Damn, I really, really want Shanti to see that. But also...
As you're all thinking this through, everybody give me a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
That's a... What's my modifier?
That's a 23.
That's an 18. I swear to
11.
God, I'm not fudging my rolls. Perception just has a really high modifier for me.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not fudging my roll. I'm rolling them and roll 20.
I know. I just like my dice so
Above-
much.
If you're above a 12,
Nice.
you notice something walking down the trail that says Fool's Hope. You notice there seems to be an older individual, like hunched and like almost limping. They have a cane. They maybe seem homeless, but like it's Silinoris. Maybe he's just a really old farmer.
It's Silinoris. Everyone looks like they're homeless.
You see some man who's kind of limping his way down the trail, and the limp isn't like a pained limp. It's sort of like, it's almost like the legs kind of frozen in place. He's kind of just like, it's like his leg's a lump of clay rather than like in pain. But you see some like hunched figure who's like walking at a pretty slow pace with a cane, and he's making a decent amount of noise with just like the way he's clanking the wooden staff against the ground.
Shanti looks towards Brock and gives him like a questioning look like, do you think we should do it? Should we go talk to him?
Fuck.
Please say yes, please.
Would we?
Please say yes,
Could
please.
we?
Please say yes. Please say yes.
This dream world's fucking weird.
He continues walking a little bit further, and this part of the dream seems incredibly vivid. Like,
You know what? Fuck it.
This is a good chance you can help us.
Shanti nods, and she turns and quickly walks towards the old man, trying to see what's going on. Or old person. I do not know their gender yet.
Word. As you start walking towards them, they're still like 50 feet away. And you see them kind of like stop walking as you start moving towards them. It's almost like they kind of like adjust their position, but like they keep walking a bit, and then all of a sudden they stumble forward and their staff clanks to the ground and they quickly hit the ground.
Shanti is going to run to their side and like try to help them up. Like put her arm around his shoulder and, are you all right?
You quickly run up towards them, but about 20 feet away you realize there's just like a shirt on the ground. Or no, not like a shirt. There's just like a cloth.
Huh?
Like not even a pelt. It's like the staff is on the ground, and like the cloth's on the ground. You don't see the legs. You don't see a head. You don't see a person under it.
I'm going to pick up the cloth and look around and be like, okay. Thanks, Dream Realm. How far down the Fool's Hope path am I?
Maybe like 40 feet. Did anybody else follow her as she started running down the path?
Yeah.
You all followed along?
Yeah.
Cynade,
We
you
ain't
as
getting
well?
separated in the fucking Dreamlands. No.
Yeah, that is a bad idea.
Who's standing in the back of the group?
Probably Cynade, honestly.
I say I'm right
It is
next to
cheese.
Shanti.
Jeez.
You're standing at the back, Cynade?
Yes.
Word. Shanti, since you're standing directly above the clothing, give me a dexterity saving throw with a disadvantage.
With motherfucker. Okay.
Because this is what's about to happen is what you would call unexpected.
Well, duh. I'm not complaining about disadvantage. I'm complaining the fact that it's fucking dexterity. Oh, fuck off. Okay. Heck it. Really worse than that. That's pretty low. No! I spoke it into... It's a 2. It's a nat 1 with a 2. I hate this. I hate this so much.
As you're standing there, puzzled as to where the old man went, an arm reaches up from underground,
Oh, fuck off.
grabs you by the calf, and the ground beneath you quickly seems to turn into water or like quicksand consistency,
Hey, honey.
and you are pulled down up to like just under your torso
Oh, great.
and fall into the dirt.
Am I completely under or just up to the torso?
Just up to the torso.
Okay, I'm going to scramble and try to grab for Brock.
I will immediately jump forward and also try to just make sure she doesn't sink further.
Also,
Yeah, same.
everyone say hello. Greta has decided to come play.
Hello, Greta.
Hello, Greta.
Greta
Greta.
shall not play Sendel.
And,
Zendel wild shaped into my dog.
and
Yes.
Brock, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Motherfucker. That's 14 in total.
14. You see from the dirt another hand shoot up from the ground and try and grasp for your leg. But based on how quickly you were lunging forward towards, the other person who fell into the dirt, the position of it kind of misjudged and reached for the wrong area. And then, rising up from the dirt, pushing their whole torso out of the ground, you see this sort of longer, this blonde-haired looking guy who's...
Oh.
He's not nearly as old as the dude you just saw walking down the path. The other guy was limping. The person who just emerged from the ground, he has a hunch in his back and this sort of angry glare in his eyes as the dirt gets swept across his body. And very quickly you see the face of Elric looking back at all of you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And his hands raised up, and electricity is crackling from it as he pointed over towards Cynade.
Well, we did say he was going to try and kill her.
And I'm going to end the session right there.
Oh, fuck you!
Nice.
Fuck off!
I need to go night-night.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Fuck
It is the
off!
sleepy time.
Yeah.
God damn. That was good. Holy fucking Christ. What kind of hair did you say he had?
It was blonde, but it was longer than you recall.
Long.
I
Like,
might
it
have
wasn't
thoughts.
cut the same way.
I might have thoughts. Any whoosies. Greta, say goodnight to the wonderful people in chat.
Good night, Greta.
Okay. Mwah. You go down here. Okay. All right,
Good night,
chat.
feta cheese.
Feta cheese. That's her new nickname. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out to Untold Realms Rise of Vestia, session 21. I told you to go away.
No,
Anyway, we will be back next week. Hopefully, please, nobody get sick. We will be back next week with Rise of Vestia. And tomorrow, we do have a bit of a cracked out Killing Floor stream planned with the barbecue flavored... barbecue... What did Suki call him? Barbecue flavored wolf or something? I don't remember. But it's going to be fun. We're bringing Wolf back. We're going to kill some zombies. It's going to be great. We should have Path of Destruction on Tuesday, right, Makeshift?
Yep, that's
Okay.
the plan.
Path of Destruction on Tuesday. I'm going to try to not ruin it this time, but
I apologize.
either way, Yasha, were you saying something?
Oh, I was trying to guess what the fuck his nickname was, but I don't know.
I don't remember. Thank you guys.
Flavored wolf.
Barbecue flavored wolf. Thank you guys so much for the bits and the subs and the tips from DJ Suki. Thank you so much. And we will all see you next week for Rise of Vestia.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.